Well, good afternoon, and welcome to Morning Gospel Fuel with Mr. G. Sometimes you can't help but have your hair look this good. It is Wednesday, December 16th, the feast day of Saint Adelaide, and she is the patron saint of abuse victims, brides, widows, in law problems, parents of large families, and second marriages. So, just from that alone, you could probably get an idea of what her life was like. Anyway, today's gospel is from Luke chapter 7, verses 18 through 23. Let's begin in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen. The disciples of John told him about all these things. John summoned two of his disciples and sent them to the Lord to ask, "Are you the one who is to come, or should we look for another?" When the men came to him, they said, "John the Baptist has sent us to you to ask, 'Are you the one who is to come, or should we look for another?'" At that time he cured many of their diseases, sufferings, and evil spirits. He also granted sight to many who were blind, and he said to them in reply, "Go and tell John what you have seen and heard. The blind regain their sight, the lame walk, lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised, the poor have the good news proclaimed to them, and blessed is the one who takes no offense at me." Okay, so this is it's entitled "The Messengers from John the Baptist." So the disciples of John, because I think a lot of people don't know that John the Baptist also had disciples, and they were doing work, preparing the way for Jesus. So the 12 disciples of Jesus weren't the first bunch, so to speak, to do all these miracles and perform all this great stuff for the people, as far as what they just said, of having the blind regain their sight, the lame walk, the lepers cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead raised, the poor to have the good news. So there was a lot of this great stuff and this miracle work of God done through John the Baptist prior to Jesus beginning his 3 year public ministry. And I think a lot of people tend to forget that. Um, so now you know. But you can see this dialogue from here. As we are preparing the way for Jesus, and that's why these scriptures in Advent, as we lead up to Christmas, when Jesus arrives the first time, of what John the Baptist. That's why a lot of these gospels are referring to John the Baptist, because he's prepared the way, as I just said. So I think that's important to take note of. And then what I think is also important is I'm going to read the footnote, because it says, because a lot of people struggled and they thought that John the Baptist was the chosen one. He was the Son of God and not Jesus, because of how great John the Baptist was and what he was all accomplishing here on earth. And then he said, "Are you the one who is to come, or should we keep looking for somebody else?" So the people keep looking at, like, are you the one, or is there somebody else? Because so this knowledge from the Greeks, which is amazing, that I'm learning about in seminary, of the ancient philosophers and stuff like that, and how they prepare the way even for John the Baptist and Christianity to come into the world. Um, but anyway, so they know that somebody's coming, and now John came, and now Jesus is here, but is he the one? We're trying to figure that out. But either way, it's been very interesting to learn all of this. Um, so as they are questioning, is there another one to come? He ends it with, "And blessed is the one who takes no offense at me." And the footnote on that says, "This beatitude is pronounced on the person who recognizes Jesus' true identity in spite of previous expectations of what the one who is to come would be like." So they're trying to anticipate and presume when and how the Son of God is going to come. And then now that it's about to finally happen, they're questioning even more. But they're saying, not to have expectations on it. So that's going to be the challenge today, relative to us. And I've fallen into this trap many times in my life. So and so trust me, every challenge that is for you guys, it's for me too. And that's what I always told my students during Motivational Mondays. Anyway, next time that you do something or meet someone new, do it with absolutely zero expectations, because doing this will eliminate the opportunity for disappointment, and it will enable you to live in the present moment and to appreciate all that is good that will come out of it. as well as it will aid in your humility, eliminating your self pride from thinking that you know everything before it actually takes place. So, good luck with that challenge. I will continue to try and live by that challenge myself. Otherwise, have a great Wednesday. God bless and enjoy the snow. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, amen.